I can't lie. If I was Kingpin, I probably would have did the same shit. You know why? Yes, sir. Welcome back to Redacted Show. I'm your host, Wafiq, or Feek, with my co-host, my other host.
Co-host Day to Day in the building. We are back again for 116. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. That was a very forced rhyme. But outside of terrible rhymes, we appreciate all the support. We appreciate all the engagement. We appreciate all the subscribers. And we want to continue to invite you guys, make sure we're growing that subscriber count, that influence, that engagement, that reach. Actually, you'll be caught midair, like how space race would be catching. We'll get into towards the middle of this show. But that being said, we appreciate all y'all's support. But we're gonna start the show with some breaking news that came out last week. But Feet wanted to start off the show with some before we do that.
Before we start, I have to say this. I know, and y'all have been DMing me, specifically Trey. I know I have not uploaded the past 2 episodes. I just realized that on Spotify or Apple or anything else. I just realized that. So that's my bad. I got some threats today by a few listeners. So I personally will have it uploaded today. If it's not uploaded, I'll all of y'all at least $50. And you can stamp that. Now we can continue to the main topics.
Yes. So again, like going into feasting, we will be on all listening platforms. We were, but now we will be again on all listening platforms, the Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, and things of that nature. But with that being said, we're gonna get straight into it. We got some breaking news. GenV, the show, the Boys Universe spinoff show, had been canceled after 2 seasons. As I pull this article up, we can kind of go into it more. But pretty much, yeah, I mean, after 2 seasons, The Boys get shut down. Let's shut all my cameras off. I think there was a quote from one of the screenwriters pretty much saying that you'll see them again, but I guess for right now, I'm looking at the quote right now. While we wish we could keep the party going another season at Godova, we're committed to continuing the GenV character stories in The Boys Season 5 and other VCU projects on the horizon. You'll see them again, they said in a joint statement. So, how do we feel about this news? This quote is basically saying, like, the show itself will be canceled, but as far as the main core of the group, so your Marines and the others, Marine the gang, you'll see them again. Yeah, what are your thoughts? What are your theories, ideas for the characters, direction that they go now, and just a lot of plot points that they left open at the last season?
To me, it's terrible. I got the news. I mean, I saw the news and I didn't want to believe it. I thought it was fake. I thought it was a Centaur or a discussing fish type.
I thought we got discussing fish.
Yeah, I thought it was one of those type of announcement. Then when I actually saw the real article, I was like, oh, this is for real. Y'all actually canceling it. I think one of the big things about it that I think a lot of people who like the show are asking is, how are you going to continue with the plot points that were specific to the school and specific to these characters, in these other projects? Because you have Marie Moreau, obviously that's the biggest point. Granted, we know she's going to be in this season of The Boys, but you only have so many episodes left of this season. It's not like this is a 16 or 24 episode type season. We maybe have like 3 more episodes, 4 maybe.
At least 4.
Yeah. It's not like we have 10 more. So how are you going to clean up these plot lines, and how are you going to put them into other projects? Now, is it going to be solo projects? Is it going to be where they're not in Vought Rising, because obviously that's a prequel? They're not going to be, I don't think they'll be in that Vought Mexico or The Boys Mexico show. I mean, if they are, I mean, I guess, but at the same time, if you do that, why not just keep them at Godolkin? And I guess
Yeah.
that's the main thing I'm trying to figure out is how are you going to clean up these plot points where they make sense in other shows? That's my main kind of thought process right now because GenV was a great show. I think it was a great compliment to the boys, but
Yes.
it felt like its own show still. It felt like
Yeah.
you're still in the boys universe. You got some of the boys characters, but it felt like it had its own driving force. That's why I liked it so much. So that's kind of my initial thoughts on it, I guess. But what are your thoughts, processes?
When you first told me the news, I was shocked. I guess I get it on one hand because I started thinking like, okay, how did season 2 of Gen V end? Get introduced with A Train or not introduced? We already know who it is, but they show A Train at the end. The virus is still out there. Thomas Godolkin is dead.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that Marie Monroe is basically an Omega level suit. That is the only known. Well, there's a lot of possibility, like weaknesses to Homelander. Because at this point, we're just trying to find what can kill Homelander because he becomes nigh immortal. And one of those is Marie Monroe. The other one we think it might be Ryan, was they kind of hinted at or kind of played into a little bit with this latest season, which we can get into. And then the virus, which at this point is that they're still developing it, but it's like with Homeboy being gone now, there's no way to really replicate that again, especially with this whole V1 stuff going on. So kind of get into the characters, how they tie those storylines up. I mean, it's really just a matter of which characters matter the most, and kind of going through the list of characters left. Because we got Marie, Jordan Lee, Emma, Kate, and then Sam, the extra strong one. I personally, the only one main cast of Gen V I see showing up in the boys this season is Marie. Like Marie, maybe like the rest of them, but it's like I don't understand. Or maybe Marie and Kate, because they're the two ones that have powers that can actually do some shit. Especially Marie.
Sam,
like
too.
the other ones, Sam too, but
I know. I get it.
He's really just gonna be taking a face, in my opinion. And with 4 episodes, because it's like they haven't hinted at that team yet, or they haven't kind of shown them kind of getting introduced yet. They're still kind of tying it to the compound, like the V1 formula plus the virus. So I'm trying to wait until they pivot from that to, okay, we know about Marie, and she might be our only hope. Marie plus Ryan.
Yeah. But I guess the thing is, though, you kind of said it, with only 4 episodes left, how much are you really putting them in there? But we know, like, we know they're in there because we see them in the trailers. We know Marie's in there. We know, I think, my mind's going blank for a shrinking girl.
Emma.
I think she was in that trailer too, where they showed Marie. I think all of them were in that trailer. I may be wrong, but I know Marie. We know Marie's in there. But at the same time, it's 4 episodes left. It's not 5. It's not 8. It's not 10. It's 4. And you still have Butcher's plot line. Well, you have all of the boys, everybody in the boys' plot line. You have all these main characters from just the boys' plot lines. So this is your final season. This isn't season 5 and we're going to season 6. This is the final season.
This is the series finale.
It's not like we're getting more of the boys after this. We're getting spin-off shows. So how are you throwing them in here when you still have the main cast of this story to wrap up?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm just like, in my mind, they can have important parts in the story, but it can only be so important that all of them aren't going to be important. Outside of Marie, everybody else is going to be At this point, for importance, they're going to be like C level of importance.
And they might do like another spinoff. Like it might just be Gen V's canceled, but they're just getting moved to another show spinoff named something completely different. So that might be the case too. But maybe they're just like, with kind of, I guess I could see them saying like these characters are pretty much outgrown Godot. Like where it's time to move them away from that story, and that's close, especially with Thomas Godotkin being dead. There's not really much we can do there at God You, but there's other things, especially depending on how The Boys season 5 ends, and if everyone dies, I think except like Stan Edgar, and then he comes back and basically gets brought back to what it was.
They're gonna be the new 7,
the new 7 or the new
5
Boys. Like the new ones trying to stop Stan Edgar in this machine we know is live, just basically trying to print money. And the remainders of the original Boys team that still survive.
Okay.
We know Butcher dying. We know, I personally believe he will die.
Yeah. MM gonna be gone.
MM's dying too. I can see Kimiko dying. One of them are living or dying. I don't really see both of them. I don't see them getting a happy ending with each other.
No,
one
Kimiko
of them is
and Frenchie.
Yeah, and I think it's Frenchie off the strength of Kimiko can just regenerate herself. So,
yeah, it's interesting to say the least. I guess it's really just us trying to figure out what happens, and that's kind of how we have to look at it now. Just see where this season ends to see where their plots kind of carry on. And I guess going into that, I guess we can go straight into this season right now.
yes.
So we know latest episode was episode 4.
Yeah, episode 4. So that's when they went to the old research facility to find the compound V1. But they get introduced to, not introduced, but they pretty much are in this base, and they realize that the V1 that was left, if there was any left to begin with, is gone and stolen by Bombsight, who was Soldier Boy's old teammate on the original 7. So there's a lot of things going on. Homelander just kind of become more and more tapping more and more into this role of this new Messiah, which kind of ties into the title of the episode, The King of Hell. So we pretty much have like him essentially being this like, and I don't even want to really say the word, but like this anti-Messiah. And Vod selling into that, saying, kind of tying patriotism into it too, is basically like Homelander was chosen by God, and if you don't fuck with that, basically you're not a real American. You're not.
Yeah.
You're a Starlighter. And at this point, that's being called a Starlighter worse than being called the Hard R. At this point, so don't know.
Being called a Starlighter in that universe is being called like a Nazi. That's practically what they're equating it
to. So there's that going on. We see Starlight meeting her father.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And finding out that he's basically been kind of living, once they in the shadows, like just off on his own, because Starlight's never been able to really find her dad up until this point. And we see he has a whole new family with brother, who is a raging
he's a raging red pill, that spectrum of person. And I think they did a very good job. They did a very good job in a joking way, showing how people that consume that type of content act, because he was practically that deep podcast is practically, what's that shit with them two dudes, fresh and whatever.
Oh, Fresh and Fit.
Yeah, it was practically him watching that type of degenerate podcast.
Manosphere bullshit.
Yeah. that
male, whatever.
I'm an alpha man. Like, nigga, what are you talking about, bro?
Yeah.
So it was showing how people in that space, once they consume that type of content, all that type of content, how they kind of start reacting to things. Because even Starlight at one point was like, "Oh, you're watching that?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's the truth." And she was like, "Interesting." So I guess it's really, I think it really showed how that thought process looks, in a very joking way. But yeah, we see Starlight go meet her dad. Her brother calls the cops on her, which is just, I actually wanted one of them to slap the piss out of him. The thing that made me more upset was when he showed up. He was like, "Yeah, I don't even know her brother named Billy." When Billy called me, he was like,
"Yeah, he was acting on show like, you knew you did that."
Yeah. So we see that, but we see Starlight now adjust, because I know in the last episode, I for one was saying, "Dang, she's so emotional right now," or I need her to kind of lock in. But we kind of see her go through the thought process of saying, "Well, I don't want to be around if Huey gets hurt, because I'll feel like I'm the reason for it, even if I'm not." So we see her kind of get over that hump as well while talking with her dad. But I guess one thing from this episode that was funny was when they got into the base, looking for the V1, and we figured out like all the plant spores are making you kind of react angrily. Was Frenchie being like, "I guess since I've been on drugs so long, it don't affect me." Bro,
that was funny as shit.
The boy brain
like,
fried.
All the people to be the voice of reason in this very moment is fucking Frenchie. And thank God for him, because if he wasn't there, everybody gone. Everybody dead.
Yeah.
And I also thought it was funny that they had like a little took a jab at The Last of Us. When Frenchie made that line, he was like, "The Last of Us is basically Walking Dead with mushrooms."
No, that joke was funny. Yeah, so I think that was real cool. I think also seeing Soldier Boy kind of go through, I don't want to say a character arc, but I guess it was a little bit of a character arc, seeing how he reacted just being back one, but then also seeing like, damn, all this, he pretty much, it was the conclusion, he came to the conclusion like, all this shit is fucked up. And I really I'm tired of it. That's why you see once Homelander gets out of that uranium whatever chamber, he got the laser eyes on him, and Soldier Boy he says the words, he's like, "Bro, just do it, please. Like, I am exhausted. Like, I've been alive for 100 years, damn near. Been frozen half of those years.
Living, basically. Like, I'm ready to go. Especially if you plan on being here while I'm here, take me.
Exactly.
Get out of my misery." But moving on to our next weekly show, Daredevil, Born Again. That getting close to the final two episodes. Episode 6 just came. A lot of things. One, Jessica Jones showed up. Jessica Jones has a daughter. Mm-hmm. In the comics, we know Jessica Jones has a daughter by none other than the man with unbreakable skin, Luke Cage. So there's that element in this, which we don't see him. But so now that raises the question, like, where is Luke Cage at? What is he doing?
Yeah, because that baby was mixed.
And they also kind of implied it in the Netflix Defenders series as well, that there was kind of thing going on between them. And sure enough. But there's a lot, kind of just jumping to close to the ending. We did call it. We did say that doctor was not making it out of that hospital alive, and sure enough.
Bro. No, wait. Let me say something. I'm glad you brought that up, because I had it in my notes and I almost forgot. When he came on the screen, I can't lie. If I was Kingpin, I probably would have did the same shit. You know why? He came in that room singing fucking poems and shit. My wife just died. Shut the fuck up. Like,
Yeah,
I
like
don't want to
I'm
hear
not
that
trying
bullshit.
to hear that shit right now.
That nigga walking in,
Disrespectfully.
oh, the darkness and the death of all this that's going on. He's
Like,
in
I
now
ain't
this.
asked for no fucking sermon.
Like, nigga, what? My
What
wife,
are you talking about?
what are you,
Do you know who I am?
like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you can say my condolences and all this shit. Don't come in here saying some fucking Shakespeare to me, nigga. I'm
Yeah.
hurt. Now I gotta hurt you. The fuck? Like,
Oh, shit.
no.
Yeah. Then he even opened himself up for that too, because he was one that initiated the hug. He was like, basically, like, bring it in, man.
Yeah,
And
bro.
that was the last mistake you ever make, ever.
Yeah, bro. That scene, as soon as he walked in on that bullshit, I paused. I said, "Is this nigga saying poems right now to him?" I said, "You're an idiot."
So now
But
Kingpin is losing it. And as we see towards the end of this episode, losing the city. He's not listening to reason. That was his only voice reason was Vanessa. And now she's gone, and now all hell is breaking loose. Dexter is with Karen, which she don't like because she wants to kill Buddy.
she put that
She's
gun in
getting
his
closer and
forehead.
closer to that Frank Castle side. Because right now she's just been teetering. Like, they're both extreme. But there was essentially got the Batman rules like, we don't kill. Like, that's a line we do not cross.
Mm-hmm.
And Frank's like, come hell or high water, nigga. we gonna exercise his justice. I don't give a damn who's getting it. So we got two sides of the coin, and we have this agent of chaos in Bullseye.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously hurt both of them in taking out Foggy Nelson. So, and Dex knows that. It's just like, y'all have every right to kill me right now. Like, I killed y'all's best friend. The fact I'm still alive and y'all take care of me is insane right now. But basically, he's like, y'all to kill me right now. Hey, the scales are balanced, essentially. So that's I thought that was very interesting. Just kind of seeing her kind of toy back and forth and just being on that edge of, why is he here? Like, why do I have to keep reliving this hurt that you caused? And you're here. Why are you here and he's gone? Like, it's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of jumping back to the Kingpin team with Buck. Buck is starting to become more and more of like the player in this game, because he's trying to influence Lil Soprano, and it's starting to work, as we're seeing, because BB, which she's always gonna, like, at the end of the day, she's gonna be who she is, which is a journalist. Like,
yeah,
when she came into that hospital and was trying to be all buddy with Lil Soprano, and she was like, "Oh, well, like, when do you think she's gonna be okay?" And he was like,
"What are you talking about?"
Because she said something was like, the press wants to know. I gotta get a scoop for the press. And he's like, "You're really doing this right now?" Like,
yeah,
really?
He was like, that was pretty like one of the first times he was like, "Bro, chill out." Like,
Yeah.
Like, I know you ask me questions and you're always around, but like right now, chill out.
The time.
That demon around the corner, chill out.
Yeah. So we have that going on, and Buck knows it's BB.
Yeah, but
he's just waiting on Lil Soprano to give him up, because he's just kind of slowly turning him as it's going on to that dark side, to that agent of evil, essentially, is what Buck is. Because he can see him teetering that line that you can see him like kind of slowly turning him throughout this whole series.
Yeah, that's why he had him do that first thing with that body. He even told him, like, that was your pretty much, that was your initiation test. You in now. He's like, you in the game now. Now you got it. Now you have to do what we say practically.
Yeah. And then I thought it was also interesting that Lil Soprano fed BB that false lie, and she almost reported, or like sent it to her groups of thinking they can get ready to do their little episode of the BB report, essentially with the Kingpin cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
But we saw it's like she didn't post that, and basically Lil Soprano caught her and was like, "What the fuck, dude? Like, you've been using me as your informant this whole time, unbeknownst to me. Like, what kind of shit is that?" And then he's even more pissed because now it's one of two things. Like, now he knows part of him is like not have to say something, and on the other hand, it's like, even if I don't say something, now they on your ass.
Yeah, because they at the end of the day, Buck already knows it's her. He just trying to see how long Lil Soprano not gonna say something.
Yeah. He's
really just trying to see how long he's not gonna say something. And then you get that more evident at the end of that kind of argument or altercation they had when he was like, you're putting me in a crazy spot. And then he even said, you're putting us in like a bad spot because I can't. He's like, look, at the end of the day, I can't stop him. And then lo and behold, Buck calling. So somebody's about to collect. And
Buck always collects.
Yeah, so just really seeing how they get out of this, if they even get out of this predicament within these last few episodes. I thought that was really good. Another thing, near the very end, I'm not going to go to the Daredevil Kingpin altercation yet, but the very end of the episode when it's the riots going on and Karen's wig comes off and she's helping the boy, when I don't even know his name. I always forget it. The task force bum. Dude, the main task force guy.
I know you're talking about, I think Alec or something like that.
Something like that. Whenever he pulls up and he's like, goddamn Karen Page, and the episode ended, I pray and hope. I need that next episode to start off with Bullseye shooting him, bro. I know. I need him gone. I haven't disliked a character like this in so long.
I haven't disliked a character like this since probably Game of Thrones with Ramsay, and that's saying so.
I've had a few since then, but every time he's on the screen, bro. Officer Powell, I actually hate his character, bro. I just can't explain it. It's just they wrote his character so well.
They did.
They wrote his character so well.
Acting his ass off.
Yeah.
A little too good. Honestly.
Yeah.
But
hey,
let me find out.
Who you voted for? But but yeah. I just need Bullseye to go a little crazy. Cause I know he's gonna appear again. He got to. And just let him have a sniper. He don't even need a sniper. Give him a few toothpicks. Hey man.
Like, everything in his hand is a weapon. You give this dude a rubber duck and he'll kill somebody.
You see, he had that damn lobster claw, killed old dude in that second episode. So yeah, I'm waiting for Bullseye to pull it up. But what'd you think of that interaction between Daredevil and Kingpin?
I thought it was powerful because it's two people that are so entrenched in their way of thinking. You would have to kill them both for them to stop what they're doing. And they don't know how to stop. They can't stop. And Daredevil says that. Like, Kingpin asks him, like, what do you think we should do? And Daredevil's like, we both know. Essentially, we both know we're not going to stop. We don't know how to stop. The only way to stop is one of us got to go. We got to both go our separate ways. We have to both leave New York.
Mm-hmm.
And they both know they're not going to do that. So it's an unstoppable force being an immovable object that we're seeing on full display right now. And for it to take place in front of that painting, again, like it did, and I believe that was the final season of the Netflix Daredevil.
Yeah.
Just for it to play out again. It was one of those things that was like, here we go again. Like, being you, nigga. Like,
yeah.
what are we going to do? So, yeah, I think after this, I'm sorry. I was going to say, like, my last thing, I think after this, I think Daredevil turns himself in. Daredevil turns himself in, and Kingpin steps down. Either steps down or is forced to resign as mayor. Which is how we kind of go into the events of Punisher, where it's all right, all out chaos. And by the end of that, it's essentially cleaned up, which is how we lead into Spider-Man Brand New Day, where this is what it is. It's black. So it ain't safe. New York ain't never safe, but it ain't riots going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think that's I agree. I think one thing else about the scene that caught me was Kingpin was moving fast as fuck. Boy, when he swung on Daredevil and Daredevil did like 2 dodges, it's a point where Kingpin steps to him. When I tell you he stepped so fast, I say, God damn.
He did.
He was moving. He was moving like crazy.
And I just thought that whole fight scene was shot really well. But yeah, like, Kingpin was moving a little, almost too fast for me. I'm like, you're too big to be moving this. I know you just got done boxing, but you wasn't doing this on him. You wasn't just doing this shit.
I said, they need to test Kingpin. He might be a mutant, boy. The way he moving right now. I said, you ain't just big. You
got some fucking compound V. Some super soldier.
Yeah, but I think that is an interesting take that Daredevil turns himself in. I think that would be interesting. I guess my question would be: is he turning himself into the police? Is he turning himself into, say, damage control? Just pops up at the very, very last episode, or I guess who is he turning himself? Or if he just goes away.
I think he turns himself in to the authorities, and by the end of this season, the Vigilante Task Force is done. That program ceases to exist, and I don't think even all of them go back to being cops. I think a lot of them are just like out of a job. So like, there's no way you're out here doing this type of shit in our streets, and you think you can just come back here wearing this blue? No. No, we're not doing that. Especially not with our new mayor coming in.
Yeah.
Which I think is gonna end up being
the lady.
Yeah.
Black lady. I forgot her name.
Yeah, I think it's gonna end up being her. Because you see her talking to the mayor.
Mm-hmm. And I almost want to go back and rewatch the Brand New Day trailer and see if that was her giving Spider-Man
I think it was her.
Yeah, I know it was a black lady. If I remember correctly, it was a black lady who gave him the key to the city. So yeah, I'm interested.
I think it's gonna be her. But going on to our next weekly episode, when that just ended on Prime, Invincible, Season 4, Episode 8. Initially, there really wasn't a lot there was a lot that happened, or just a lot catching up, but that ending, we before we do that, we just kind of going through everything. So we do end up finding out that the Viltrumites do head to Earth, but Mark and the team can't find them. They're looking all over, and it's been months at this, or a couple of weeks, because it takes 2 weeks to get from Telestria to Earth, and depending on where they was at in wherever the Viltrumite planet was at, it's only going to add time to that. So they've been gone for a while.
Yeah,
they've been recovering for months, and at that, that's all the time the rest of the 37 Viltrumites needed to go to Earth and just assimilate, live amongst the people, and still continue their Project Resurgence.
Yeah, and I think just in the episode itself, you see throughout it, you see Mark having these, I won't even say PTSD flashbacks. It's like future. It's trauma from the war that's building up into anxiety, where he's having these flashes of instances of people he loved getting hurt by the Viltrumites. And I think that was done so well, because you see it manifest fully at the very end of the episode, because you see throughout it, like I said, you see him go through these flashes of him talking with people he loved, and then he's getting the moments of like if the Viltrumites came right now, it's the sense of him knowing at the end of the day, even if he wanted to with all his might, he can't stop 37 Viltrumites. So people are, even if he stops,
he barely can stop one.
30. Yeah, even if he stopped 36 of them, he still can't beat Thrag. So it's him seeing or having the realization that he can't stop them. However much he tries and prays, he can't stop them. And he's seeing that instance through these flashes. And then you see it at the very end after he talks to Eve, and he's like, you should just go clear your head so you don't have to like kind of get acclimated, clear your head, get back some sanity, essentially. And he's flying, and you see him flying over the sky, and you see Thrag just floating there. And the way they shot that, it made it seem for a second that that was another flash of like, oh shit, I'm scared. And you can almost see with him, he was kind of like, he was like, is that really him, or am I just tweaking right now? And then Thrag himself's like, nah, this me, nigga. Don't worry, I'm real this time.
I am here.
Yes. So you see that full build up from all the stress and everything manifests with Thrag, and then I think that scene emphasized so well with how Thrag is calm, or better, for you could use a better term, but how calm he is, and how just commanding of a presence he takes, because Mark reacts by throwing punches at him. Thrag doesn't react. Thrag's like, I'm not gonna, like, at the end of the day, Thrag knows this Mark can't hurt him, so he's like, I'll let you get some anger out, go ahead. Then he tells him, he said, look, I'm giving you 2 options, but at the end of the day, you're gonna do what I say regardless. We're here on Earth, that's why you can't find us. We're going to live amongst your people, and we're going to rebuild my empire. I'm going to leave, though, because I already know you don't like me the most. I'm going to leave. I won't. He tells him, you won't ever see me again for real. Unless something crazy happens, you won't ever see me again for real. And Thrag even almost, I don't want to say congratulate him. Thrag almost praises Marcus, saying, with you doing this, even though I'm forcing you to do this, you're still saving our people. So I have to kind of tilt my hat to you and say, thank you.
Yeah.
And then he leaves. And I think that in itself shows kind of how Thrag operates, because you see that a little bit even when they were fighting, when he told Nolan, come down to Viltrum, and he's just like, look, I can almost forgive everything you did, even right now that you siding with the betrayer. I might even let your sons live. Just come to this side and we can figure the rest out. It's him showing that restraint And then you see that kind of get taken off after they destroy Viltrum. He goes and like, nah,
Right.
bro, fuck this. I'm not gonna show restraint. I'm gonna show you actually how strong I am right now. So I think seeing those two sides of Thrag was very interesting for this, at least especially for this final episode.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm interested to see how they tie into that in the next season, the season come. Because right now, in terms of the entire lore of the Invincible universe, I think I've seen a tweet where you're roughly about 50% through the story. You can have Jax on the show to confirm, but I think they ran through like 77 of the 140 some issues of the entire show till like the heat depth of the universe. Now, in terms of these next couple seasons, I don't know what Prime is going to want to do, because we know Robert Kirkman, it feels up to him, he want to continue to write these seasons forever, or for as long as he can. But the laws involved in TV, they just interested to see how fast they progress the story, how slow they progress the story, kind of how when the title ended, and it showed like that blue Invincible lettering with the white letters, kind of almost mimicking like the Flaxen's uniform with that white and blue. Kind of shows me like, okay, maybe next season they're going to start with, since you're trying to bring back Robot and
Monster Girl. Well, that is the I think Jax told me that is the next kind of, no, Jackson told Ronaldo told me that is the next kind of heavy story, and it was like that takes a lot of the next portion to get through, and it's a really, I guess, intricate part to Invincible is seeing them on Flaxen and kind of what all they're doing, and that arc before they come back or whatever happens with them. So I'm interested to see if they do that as a season or if they do almost like an Adam Eve type deal where, granted, it's still Invincible, it's still in the story, but we're going to treat it as like a spinoff just so we keep the season of Invincible, I don't want to say consistent, but consistent.
Yeah.
With
I can definitely see that, actually, especially with how successful the Eve spinoff episode went.
Yeah.
So I could see them doing that, and then that gives them a lot of time, or that gives them more time to focus, like make Invincible kind of focus on this Ultraviolet arc, at least one arc, and they can still have these spin-off shows that tie into the other arcs.
Yeah, because
go ahead.
My bad to cut you off. Because I think the Adam Eve was about 3 episodes. So even if they say, okay, Monster Girl and Robot, maybe that's 6 episodes. I don't know how long the actual arc is, but say it could be covered in 6 episodes or something like that. You can still treat it as a spinoff. But go ahead. My bad, I cut you off.
I was just going to say, like, I kind of forgot my initial point, but kind of just like each show can be canon. Because I think the Eve short series is still canon, right, to the main story.
Yeah, it's like a prequel.
So it's like they can still do that with these other story arcs, or even if they want to bring H. It depends.
Yeah.
It depends on what they want to consider main Invincible. What's worth putting in the main Invincible series, and what's worth kind of like, especially depending on how long Prime wants to keep Invincible as a show going.
Yeah.
Because if they're like, because I think they're renewed for another season, and I'm not sure they're renewed for 6. So they might just be like renewing them a season at a time, and that might dictate what Robert Kirkman wants in each episode, in each season.
Okay. I think, reason I think they'll keep Invincible at least because with The Boys ending, with them canceling GenV, and them still kind of doing Bot Rising and the other spinoff, The Boys shows.
Yeah.
Granted, I think Bot Rising will be very good. I know I know somebody who was able to see kind of like a prequel pre-screening for it. They said it was really good. I think Vault Rising will be good. I don't know about that Boys Mexico one because I don't know how they're going to do that. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do that. But I think right now, all in all, Invincible is going to be their moneymaker because you have Invincible and it was The Boys.
Yeah.
The Boys ending. Now it's just Invincible. And then they're coming out with that Invincible game as well. So I think right now they're going to they're going to have to eat off Invincible for a minute. So I think they're not going to try to, unless something drastic happens, I don't think they're going to be like, nah, we're going to cancel after season 8.
And then I know Robert Kirkman has talked about still trying to develop a live action Invincible movie.
Okay.
So there's also that as well. But
yeah. And they got the Battle Beast spinoff, I think, coming out. Or they
I didn't hear about that.
They said they were I think they said it was working on that like a while back. I think they said they had plans to start a Battle Beast spinoff.
I hope so. That'd be live.
I think. Don't quote me, but I'd have to find the actual article. I felt like I've seen that before.
With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get into our Like It, Love It, Redacted. So the first one being there was a trailer, a new Spider-Man Noir trailer that came out, kind of a full trailer just showing more characters. They showed kind of the main villains. I want to say there's there's a version of Kingpin in this.
I didn't even know.
Movie. Or in this season. And but the main villains we do see from that are like the usual Spider-Man Rogues Gallery, we see Sandman, Electro, and I want to say there's a Vulture in this movie, but yes, do we like, love, or redact this news? And this show does come out May 22nd, I believe.
I'll say love. I'll be honest, I didn't even know that trailer dropped. You saying it now, this news to me, so I'm gonna watch. I'm not gonna watch it right now. I have it on my phone right now, right here, so I'm gonna watch it after we're done. So I'm gonna say love right now because I already liked that first teaser they did. I thought it was nice. I'm glad they're giving you that option between color and black and white, but we're gonna be watching in black and white. So I'll say love.
Next, so Kane Parsons has revealed that Blender played an integral part in developing the Backrooms movie that's coming out. So one of the inspirations that they got was the concept art was developed entirely by Blender, and Blender was used to make set designs before they were brought to life physically. So we like, love, or redact this news of, kind of using some. I'm not really sure how to feel about this. I like it. It's very creative. The trailer for the movie looked really good. Looks like it was shot really well. So
yeah, I'll say love. I mean, Blender is just a 3D software. Like closest thing you could think of is not CAD, but you could say AutoCAD using that. I'll say love. The director for it, I mean, they gave him the budget for it because he made a kind of like a short backroom style movie in the past when he was younger. And I think he's only like 20. I know he's younger than 25. I think he's like 22. So yeah, this is one of my I'm waiting for this one. So
yeah, I think it's gonna be really good. And then my final like a little redacted, this news actually just came out today. So Annie Muschietti says they have begun writing season 2 of It Welcome to Derry. The new season is set in 1935 and features the Bradley Gang, which is a gang of bank robbers that become part of a nightmare after arriving in Derry. So we like, love, or redact this news.
Love, man.
Man, if y'all are new subscribers or have not watched Welcome to Derry, please do yourselves a favor and watch that show. That was some great cinema television that came out towards the end of that year. Like, we talk about fear going into bed started that week. Like,
Man. And you said it's with a bank robbing gang? That's
yeah,
like the...
So I think the premise of like the main lineage of Welcome to Derry is each season is taking place 27 years prior to the first one. So we're going to get a new brand of Losers Club taking place in the Bradley gang, and I think it's going to talk about because they kind of alluded to it in Welcome to Derry and in chapter 2 was like that robbing. It's like a fire. No, because they only not that. It's something else.
It's a. I was gonna say in the intro for Welcome to Derry, there is that part where you see Pennywise hanging on the side of the building with a Tommy gun, and then you see other people in the crowd like with Tommy guns. So I'm guessing it's that.
Yes, I think so too. But we all here for more Pennywise, so we love this. I'm excited. I can't wait for this next season. I think it's gonna be better than the first, and that's stays. That first one was.
If it's better than the first, whoo.
That's gonna be tough too, because that first one was insane, legendary. Like a lot of memorable moments, crazy moments.
That boy Rich.
It was in his back. Rich.
That boy, that's my goat. That boy Rich.
Shout out Rich, man. But Pennywise, going to work again. But with that being said, it's time to get in our infamous bag. Vic, please drop the music. Yeah, bitch, I'm in my bag. Yeah, bag, bitch, I just made a bag. Yeah, bag, bitch, I just made a bag. Yeah, bag of beef, bag. All right, so for this week's Get Our Bag question, my question to you, Pete, is who would you say is the biggest aura farmer? Is it Thrag? Is it Piccolo? Or is it Madara?
Who-wee. Who's the biggest aura farmer?
No, I gotta say, scratch Madara. Jiren. This is just popped in my head.
Okay.
So Drag, Jiren, or Piccolo.
I think the biggest aura farmer. Honestly, I think it got to be Piccolo. Off the strength, because, and this might sound kind of contradictory, off the strength that Thrag and Jiren, they be winning they fights. Piccolo pull up. Hey, Piccolo pull up. Got the fresh fit. He be posted in the background. And then my boy be losing. You don't got aura like that, bro. Come on, man. It's Piccolo.
I see that because if you have to farm for aura, then you have to mask it in your fighting capability or your other capabilities. So I get that point. Personally, I would say, I don't know, man, Jiren. I get your point, but I would just say Jiren off the strength of literally for like the first half of the power tournament, he wasn't doing shit. He just was meditating. Unmovable.
But that was one instance. We gotta look at the resumes. Thrag was just right now. Jiren was right now. Piccolo been doing this for like 20 years. Piccolo been aura farming for 20 years. Who doing it like Piccolo, man?
I think Jiren's been doing it for longer. We just ain't seen it.
Nah, bro. We don't got no film. On him.
We don't know. We had a real 100-point game.
Yeah, we don't. That 100-point game.
We don't got the film on this 100-point game. I got you.
Yeah, I got to go Piccolo.
Other Get Our Bag question or?
Ooh, another Get Our Bag question. I think. Okay, Getting Our Bag question is: what movie if you had a limited budget, would you want to remake right now, or would you want somebody to remake any movie of your choice?
Well, I have two. I know you gave me one because my first knee-jerk reaction was to redo the whole trilogy, the whole sequel trilogy to Star Wars. Redo the whole shit. Just do it again. Throw the 7, 8, 9 in the trash. Do it again. That's my honest reaction. But if I had to stick to a movie, I would say if they did another, well, I was about to say another Predator movie, but I was like they all those things they hit so far. Either that or if they redid the Thing. Like, because they already made a sequel to the original Thing, but that one was kind of like a prequel. They just redid that again. But honestly, my real answer is I would redo the whole entire Star Wars sequel trilogy. I would do the whole thing over, start from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
And I would in the number 7, I would kill, metaphorically speaking, like I would dead the whole Luke Skywalker shit in that movie. The Skywalker saga is done in that. And then 8, 9 is about that main Jedi and his legacy. And in that way you can build on that. But that 7 one is wrapping up everything and saying we are done with this Skywalker saga. We're done. But that being said, it's time to go into our redacted rule for the pod. So appreciate you guys again for riding with us for another episode. And make sure you guys subscribe, enjoy that reel, enjoy the reels, TikToks, and everything in that other sort. But my redacted rule for the pod is to go outside and touch some grass. Go outside, touch some grass, it's summertime, get some sunlight on your body, some vitamin D, and just touch some grass. When you get inside, just make sure you wash your hands. Bro. You might have touched some poison ivy. So. That's my redacted.
My redacted rule is enjoy life. It's just enjoy life. Even if it's some small things here and there, you're like, okay, I'm gonna just watch this show today. I'm not gonna say not care, but I'm just gonna watch this show today. I'm gonna watch this movie. I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna go out with my friends. Just enjoy life, man. That's my redacted rule.
With that being said, it's been your boy Day to Day.
Been your boy Wafik.
Yeah.
Peace.
Recipes call me, I'ma show 'em how to shoot. On the 4 or 5, jump in the ass, my crew. Yeah, I'm step with a flag, keep it all of the hoes on mute. Pull a little part, could be yellow with a brew. 48 for a quick burst. Crazy 8s in the back, yeah, the trunk on hot like a cue. 40 on me when I'm in the backseat. Blotter, paper pre-cut. Chris make juice, it'll drop like Shane came with a clean plate, came with a sink. The Parator came with a mate. Charcoal's white like paint. My hoe by the hoe, cause she know it's my king. Hit on my side, cause I drop a song. Think you should hit up the link. The phenotype came from the pink Colombian thing. Yeah, the genetics unique. Cellular right on the beat. I'm teaching the hoe like I'm Play-Doh. I got the veggies like by the tomato. You got a basic called making Alfredo. I put a bag on a whole my payroll. I get active at night, then I lay low. The salmon was breaded with panko. Drunk in my soup, I believe it was Mako. Got my Soviet clutch in the Draco.